Alrighty ho, my peeps. Look at that mess of brown paper, greasy paper. You know what that is? That is my attempt at making a homemade fire starter. Been sitting around the apartment tonight, and I think I'm going to turn this around so I can see you. Okay, so I've been sitting around the apartment today. I made a cheesy broccoli soup to feed my son when he gets home and to take home to Grant when I'm done here. And I've just been puttering around, working on this and that. And I had the great good fortune of being able to open some gifts that came to me from some of my dear friends. My friend Dorothy sent me a beautiful, beautiful green plush throw. This apartment is so cold. It's even cold when I've got a fire going. So it's wonderful to have something plushy to wrap up in. And then my friend Steffi sent me a beautiful little kit so that I can make a, I think it's like a smash book style journal. So she sent me the journal itself, which is made out of a real heavy chipboard. And then you decorate it, and she sent me some lovely trim. So I'm going to have fun being creative with that. So I'm sitting around, and I've got these Amazon boxes around me, and I thought to myself, you know, I wonder if I can make fire starters out of these things. So I cut them up, and let me show you what I've done. First of all, there was brown paper in one of the boxes, so I cut it into these squares, roughly 10 by 10 or 10 by 12 about. And then I had these panels from the cardboard boxes, so I cut them into strips, and I kind of folded them so that I could wrap them up into cones like you see here. So, you know, you need some sort of an accelerant when you're making these things. A lot of people use candle wax or different things. Well, what I happen to have is some Crisco. I had made apple fritters last week, and I saved the oil. It wasn't going to taste good for anything else. And I was saving it because I'm going to have to do a burn pile fairly soon. You know, we do hazard burns up here with, you know, the stuff that falls out of the oak trees and all of that. But anyway, so I put that in a cup, and I have this little thing here, my marinating brush. And although I'm not going to do the whole thing now because I can't hold my camera and do this at the same time, basically I brush the oil all over this so it's saturated. Then what I do is I take one of the, once I've completely painted this with oil, I take one of these pieces of paper, and I just crumble it up like so, and I put it in the center, and then I roll up my cardboard, and what it ends up looking like is this. I do it so that I've got some paper sticking out that I can use as a wick. This is going to go into my wood stove. I will light the wick, and we are just going to see if this thing burns, and if so, how long. So I'm going to finish up making these things, and we're going to give one a try. Okay, I just wanted to show you what it looks like when I've got all the oil painted onto the piece of cardboard before I roll this thing and tie it. Incidentally, I happen to have a little bit of this light blue Christmas ribbon, gift ribbon left over, and I rarely use light blue for anything, so I thought, yeah, that'll work. That'll tie it up. We're getting lots of smoke there. Are we going to get any flame? I think I see some flame growing there. Oh yes, it's getting brighter. Oh, shoot. The dang thing went out. Dang it. Okay, I've got another way to light this. Okay, I got that thing lit. I used a torch, actually. I used my torch right there. But I think a regular, like candle lighter style torch would work just as well. So now that I've got this thing going, I can see that it's going real good. So I think if I were to get some kindling in there and a small log or two, I could get a fire going really well using this. Yeah, I mean, it's blazing pretty good. What do you think, you guys? Yeah, that's not a half bad idea. I may mess around with making some with wax too, but just plain old used cooking oil does a pretty darn good job as an accelerant for one of these things. Okay, alrighty. While I'm standing here, I might as well show you what I've done with my cornice box. I got a roll of that paintable wallpaper, and I adhered it to the side and the top, the front. Oh, look at that going. Oh yes, that fire starter says I'm gonna work. Anyhow, so this is what it ended up with, or what I ended up with. I think it looks like tooled leather. I think it's just really a beautiful effect. It looks much better than just plywood. So anyhow, this is what it looks like, just raw, you know. This is cut to put on the other one. So I just used plain, fire burn. I just used plain old white glue. I didn't even use wallpaper glue to glue this down. So I think it is turning out pretty cool. And it's gonna go right there. And then I'm making another one to go over that window. So yeah, everything's coming along. I need to sit down. I think I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna sit in my favorite chair because it's so comfy. And I'm gonna turn this around and talk to you guys again. Woo! Oh, do I really need that? I probably don't. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to lately. And I've been having a real good time. I've done absolutely nothing to open the store, nothing. I'm basically ready to. All I need to do is, clean and dust and vacuum and put my open sign out and unlock the front door, and I'm ready to go. But I just don't seem to be in any big hurry. I can't tell you why. A few things I am sure of. I know that I'm not looking forward to running this place alone without any help. I think I've got soot on my eyebrow. That's going to be a little sad and forlorn. The last time I had a store, I ran it with a friend, and that was so fun. She was my employee through the entire few years that I had the place, and we had a wonderful time. And then she went to a different job. She started working at her kid's school, and I was without an employee, and my heart kind of wasn't in it after that. It was just, I work better when I work in tandem with other people. So anyhow, so that's one of my hesitations. And I'm just not really analyzing this all too deeply. I'm just simply going by feel, and my little feels say, have fun in the apartment right now. Don't worry about opening the store. So that is what I'm doing. What else has been going on? Oh, we're going to have a real quiet Christmas. Just Grant and I at our neighbor's house. They're an a couple that live across the street from us, and my kids will drop by, and maybe one of our friends, and that will be it. But my neighbor and I are making this just massive amount of food. So I'm going to be sending Nick home with food. I'm going to send Chris home with food. Grant and I will have some food. My neighbor will have some food. So, you know, I look at it like this. I'm pre-cooking meals for the rest of the week. That's how I'm looking at it. So, that should be nice and relaxed. That's about it. That's all that's going on. I hope you guys all have a wonderful ChrisHannaKwanzYule season, and you have a great time with your families on Christmas, and everybody has a wonderful New Year. I know we're all in various stages of worry or nonchalance about Omicron, but we got through Delta. We'll get through this too. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.